You know how I said I was trying not to get sick? Yeah, so that didn't work. What's up, guys? I'm Lizzie. This is Stella. Merry almost Christmas. Today, I want to talk about a comment I've gotten a few times. That's repetitive. And what is a traditional equestrian practice. And that is leading your horse on the left side and only the left side. Why is it even a practice? Why is it a thing? Why are equestrians so particular about which side they lead the horse on? And why is it bad to lead your horse on the right side? And the answer is, it's not. And it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter which side you lead your horse on. As long as you train them to lead on both sides, it really doesn't matter. I was taught and I learned to ride in a different way than most people learn, and I didn't actually know until somewhat recently that there is a rule about only leading your horse on the left side. And when I discovered this, I was confused. And I really didn't want to research this because I knew there wasn't any good explanation for it. But for the sake of the video, I did a quick Google and I got as far as the AI answer. And basically, it's only a thing because way back when, soldiers had their swords on the right sides, so they led their horse on the left to avoid getting tangled in their gear. And last time I checked, swords were not a part of the equestrian getup. So I don't really think we need to worry about that anymore. I think we get kind of hung up on which side of the horse we lead them on, which side of the horse we mount and dismount, and these things really do not matter to the horse, and you are going to create more issues by keeping your horse in such a box instead of keeping them more diverse. And yeah, we want to be consistent, but we can be consistent on both sides, and you only confuse a horse when you are asking them multiple things at a time, and half of those things are things they don't know what you're asking. That is how you confuse a horse and get them upset and sour. Only teaching your horse to be able to function on one side can create a situation where things could go south really fast. And the reason it's good to keep your horse diverse is because there are situations where you need your horse to be on certain sides of you, and you need them to be able to understand what you're asking and be able to function on both sides. If you are leading a horse and you come across something scary, a tarp, a vehicle, or something that they're scared of, it's really important that you put yourself in between the scary object and your horse. And that is because horses will always spook away from the object that they're scared of. So if you put yourself in between them and the object that they're scared of, they're gonna spook away from you. Rather than if you are standing on the outside of the horse and you have them in the middle, they're way more likely to spook into you. This isn't like a pampering your horse, spoiling your horse, tiptoeing around the situation. This is merely a safety thing that you should practice to avoid freak accidents and being run over by your horse, because especially when it comes to things like moving vehicles where they can be unpredictable, drivers can be unpredictable, and it's always safer to have your horse away from the object that they are scared of or possibly could spook from. So you really need your horse to be diverse on being able to be on either sides of you in a situation like that. And you do not want to be practicing these things if your horse is not used to being led on either side. So it's really something you should practice all the time, and getting your horse comfortable with you being on either sides of them all the time. Being able to mount from this side and being able to lead your horse from this side. And also, why wouldn't we lead our horse from the right side? This is the side that we mount on. Why wouldn't we lead them from this side? It makes sense to me. There are a lot of strange rules when it comes to equestrians that don't really make any sense, but you have to follow them in order to fit in. And that is leading your horse on the right side, mounting on the right side, wearing what everybody tells you have to wear, like the big belt buckles and the boots and the hat. And you have to fit into this little box that people have molded in for equestrians. And if you don't fit in that box, then you must not know anything about horses. But in my opinion, being a horse person has nothing to do with what you wear. Clearly, I don't care about that. And what side of the horse you lead them on and how you mount or whatever, it really doesn't matter to me. And frankly, if I see somebody with a horse that isn't in your equestrian ghetto, I'm going to be immediately more interested in their methods, because I ain't too fond of the traditional ones, if you know what I mean. Being an equestrian is merely just how you treat your horse, how your horse likes you. If your horse likes you, that says a lot about the kind of person you are. And it has nothing to do with what you wear and all your sparkles and glitters and things. That doesn't make you a horse person. Also, horses do not care what side you're leading them on. Only if they are trained to be specifically on one side of you, they might always just go on that side because that's the side they were trained to be on. So it really doesn't matter. A lot of times, they'll want to be on this side of you because there's grass over there. Or they'll want to be on this side of you because there's something spooky over there. And it really doesn't matter to them, as long as they haven't had it drilled in their brain that they have to be on one side of you. And even then, the horses that have been taught to be led on one side particularly still aren't very well trained to be led, because a lot of times, you know, we've been over this, but they are led like this and they kind of ignore their human, and they are just very involved with what's going on around them instead of being present. So letting your horse have a little say in which side they get to be on gives them a little bit more control and helps them think a little bit more. When they're less controlled by their human, they have to do more thinking on their own. So let's demonstrate what a good lead looks like. We want a loose rein and a horse to walk side by side with us. And if your horse ever gets far ahead of you, like this, say she's walking faster than I am and she gets to this point, we just put a little pressure on the head and spin their butt around us and have them walk full circle around us. It's a little slippery. Until they get back here, and then we keep walking, and we keep doing that until the horse gets the hint that they need to stay at our side and not get super carried away and in front of us. It's one thing you can try and practice when you are teaching your horse to lead with a loose lead line. Good girl, you're so good. I am cold. Anyways, my fingers are freezing. Stella is bored. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give a big like and subscribe. I would use my fingers, but they're not working currently. So I post new videos every single Sunday, so don't forget to come back next week. And you can go follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you guys next week, Sunday. Bye! You're so good, horsey.